Good day everyone, and welcome to my channel Intro to Value Investing. This is a supplemental video from the last video that I did in this series. In the last video, we covered the investor and brokerage services. In this video, I'll address some of the frequently asked questions stemming from the last video. Most of the questions actually stemmed around the opening of a brokerage account. And in my last video, I mentioned that you can actually open an account with one of your local brokerage houses or even opt to use an online platform. In opening the brokerage account, you'll actually need to compile some few opening documents / items. One, you'll need a form of photo ID, your proof of address, and a document called a W-8 BEN form. The W-8 BEN form is a form that certifies your non-residence in the United States. It's solely for tax purposes and it's very simple to complete. Note that your brokerage firm or your brokerage house or the representative from that house will help you in obtaining and compiling these documents. After you have opened your brokerage account, the next step is to have that account funded. To invest into US companies and buy US stocks, you will need US funds. If you opt to open a local brokerage house, it's a case whereby you directly deposit those US dollar funds with the local brokerage house or with a bank in your country. If you opt to open an online platform or use an online platform or online brokerage house, you will need to wire transfer those US dollar funds from your local bank to that account. Note that with some platforms, you can actually use your credit card to fund your brokerage account. I've heard of eToro, and I've only heard by word of mouth that eToro allows you this service. However, keep in mind that I have not used eToro myself. I am not registered with eToro, and I'll need one of you to verify that this information for me. I personally use Interactive Brokers, and the only option to fund my Interactive Brokers account is through a wire transfer. Note that you will need US dollar funds to deposit into your account in order to invest into US dollar stocks and US dollar companies. To my friends in Trinidad and Tobago, do not let this be a deterrent to you. For those of you who do not know what I'm speaking about, Trinidad and Tobago is predominantly an oil and gas based economy. Over the last decade or so, we have been faced with dwindling production levels and very volatile energy prices. As such, there has been a tight squeeze in the supply of foreign currency to the country. Note that because of this unevenness in the supply and demand for foreign currency, the general public tends to overpay for US dollar funds. But do not worry, any good investment grows in value over time, and more importantly, you will be receiving dividends from your investments. Note that dividends are a share of profits from the company that you will receive on a monthly, quarterly, or even an annual basis. Now, let's assume that you have opened your brokerage account, and secondly, you have funded that account. The next step is to actually start investing. Note that you should only start investing after you are comfortable with reading and annualizing the financial statements and annual reports of the companies you would like to invest in. If you have opened a local brokerage account with a local brokerage house, it's a simple case of you communicating with that broker, instructing that broker what companies you would like to invest in and the quantities. For me, I use Interactive Brokers, which is an online platform. I do my investing using Interactive Brokers' website as well as their mobile app. With the use of any brokerage house or any type of brokerage service, note that there are fees involved. Fees include transaction costs as well as account maintenance fees. For those of you living right here in Trinidad and Tobago, in the description box of my last video, I included their websites and contact information for some of the local brokerage houses. I encourage you prospective investors to call these brokerage houses and inquire about all fees and costs involved. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video and that you stay tuned for my next video in the series, Financial Statement Analysis. Guys, like, subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed the content.